Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way, you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Mr. Mark Waid once again. So, you guys have probably already seen a previous video that I did about Mark Waid with Mr. Professor Hating. Now, context of that video, we, as in my group of friends, at one point when that drama came down with him and Mark Miller, I was actually on my Iron Man podcast. We straight up roasted Mark Waid for an hour. I don't think I could put that on YouTube because it was way too crazy. This, like when the Iron Man podcast was all exclusive to Rumble. So I give you guys down the condensed version for that with Professor Hating. Then I want people to understand how much of a bitch-made pussy that Mark Waid guy is. So let's start it here. Let's just take it all back. This guy gets his big break with Kingdom Come with Alex Ross. Alex Ross carries him. Later on, he gets to write for Fantastic Four, Daredevil. He did the iconic storyline with Tower of Babel, which I think is one of his best storylines, actually. I think, that was very good what he did there. Later on, he basically, long story short, there was this rumor that he was having an affair with someone's wife at DC, and then this guy decides to himself to write it in a book. I'm not shitting. It's actually what happened, allegedly, okay? So, remember that guy called your boy Zach? Remember that guy? So, Mark Waid tried to get that guy's book canceled. He even got almost a lawsuit put on him where he was going to pay a lot of money to your boy Zach for basically trying to screw him out of money. Now, keep in mind, the reason why I'd imagine Mark Waid and your boy Zach kind of settled out of court was because, well, your boy Zach, even though he's retarded himself, realized, well, people that write comic books don't make a whole lot of money. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the reason why Mark Waid has no money. So then, as you guys remember, the whole Mark Miller situation where he said, even in a falling star, blah, 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 he'd rather let the industry burn down than get together with the alt-right. So after that big spiel he gave about Mark Miller, because he was so jealous of Mark Miller because he's mentally fucking deranged, he ended up, I shit you not, that's how backwards comic books are. He got rehired essentially back on DC in a more bigger fashion. So after that situation with Dan Dio, after the whole affair thing, right, he was allowed to come back on Shazam, okay? And the artist was Dan Mora. And as you guys saw, remember, this was announced that he was getting taken off of Shazam, and him and Dan Mora were going to go work on another book. So they kind of let him come back with Shazam, and I heard it's pretty good. I have those books, so I'll read them eventually. Then he was also doing at the same time World's Finest, right? So then after that spiel he gave to Mark Miller, they gave this guy Absolute Power Event. They gave him Action Comics Weekly, okay? Then, so you get a factor in, that's a lot of work this guy's getting. He's going to be writing on Justice League. That's coming up next week. Justice League. He gets Batman and Robin Year One, another new series. This guy mentally went off on Mark Miller because Mark Miller's actually successful and he's not fucking retarded. And the industry just gave him everything, even though everyone knows this guy's mentally deranged. And then I want to show you guys what a piece of shit this person is. Absolutely disgusting what this guy did. DC, as much as idiots as they are, gave this guy everything. Gave him all these books. Hey, you want to make money doing comic books, you fat fuck? There you go. Guess what he did? After the presidential election, this disgusting fat piece of shit had the ball and nerve to go on Blue Sky, his fucking echo chamber, and write this. Even by some miracle, this turns around. I don't believe in the basic goodness of my fellow Americans anymore. And without this, I cannot write superheroes. You, Mark Waid, you are fucking garbage. They literally give you 5 fucking titles to write after you went off on Mark Miller. And this guy got on his knees to suck off DC back in their good graces. This guy's the nerve to write that. If I was your boss, I'd fucking fire you right now, you fat pickle juice drinking fat fuck. Oh my God.
This is the thing, is that he isn't relevant anymore. Like Josh Williamson is relevant in the industry right now. Why? Because everyone is reading this. There is no political biases here. People are picking this up. This is selling out. I can go into the comic book store tomorrow and pick up some crap that Mark Waid slung all over the pages of DC. I won't find this. I won't find Transformers. I won't find Void Rivals. I won't find any of these things. Well, I might find some of the later Void rivals because they're way the hell in now, and that's Kirkman, who's actually relevant. It's an interesting story. This is the thing. What Mark Waid is putting out now isn't relevant to anybody. Who's talking about it? Who's talking about anything he's doing? What is he doing that's of any sort of interest?
Also point out,
He may
in
be
World's Finest, he did a Kingdom Come retread. No one cared.
Of course he did. He doesn't have anything. He's out. He's out of talent. He is the main. This is what he is. He is the mainstream's Ethan Van Sciver. He's living on past glory. That's it. He's ranting and crying and braying and gnashing against the dying of the light of his career that's way behind him already. It's already past him. Nobody cares about Mark Waid anymore.
What does that even mean?
What it means is he's probably not getting a contract renewal from DC. And when these runs
they gave this guy like 5 books, which is crazy. He got 5 books to write. He's like 20 titles.
For now.
They gave him everything. He gets to lead.
How long is that contract, though?
The Absolute Power event. That was like 5 issues. He gets to write Justice League. He still has World's Finest. He has weekly Action Comics to write, and Batman and Robin, the whole Year 1 book that's going on right now. This guy was given everything for just basically telling off someone much more successful than him. He has the nerve. He has the nerve to write that. I would fire you so fast if you get the fuck out of here.
What's funny is Mark Miller has been in this, will still continue to be creating and selling his books that have a fan base that are pulling people in. I can't go to the comic shop and pick up Mark Millar's books. They're sold out.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Waid's are there, though. Nobody's buying them. That's the real problem. That's what it really is. It's a matter of ego. Mark Waid never got the sweetheart deal from a Netflix or anybody else who wanted to buy his content. Mark Waid doesn't have his own creations that he can literally build on one publisher and then go to another publisher and say, hey, what if I make all of my creator-owned shit exclusive to your imprint? And then have them pile money on him like Dark Horse did to get Mark Millar over there. Mark Waid will never have the swinging brass pair that Millar does. And that's what makes him so upset with Millar. And that's a greater extension. That's why you're getting this kind of attitude out of him, because what Waid realizes here.
Because a lot of them broke down mentally after the election. He was the first one because he's always been mentally deranged.
Well, that's the thing, is that he's done. He's past his prime. He doesn't have anything but retreads. And as his books continue to not sell, he probably doesn't have a guaranteed contract lined up at the end of this one with DC.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet on his Justice League Unlimited run? He'll make a retread of Tower of Babel at some point.
Oh, of course he will. Or, even worse, he'll retread somebody else's story.
There's no point.
I could see him retreading like somebody actually good on Justice League. Like he might go back and hit up let's see here. It'd be interesting to see him do Grant, like what I see. Yes, let's try to remember. Didn't want to mess the name up. Grant Morrison's legendary return to form of the Justice League is not going to be what you get from Mark Waid. It isn't going to be there in story, content, quality, artwork, anything. Like none of it's going to match this. This was peak Justice League for me. This is my Justice League and always will be. He put all the characters together in one spot that you wanted to see and you wanted to read.
Dude, they went all in on this guy. Gave him another chance after that thing that's rumored about this guy.
Let's see how it sells.
So
that's the real question.
There's
if he
no
can't
point.
Move Justice League, he'll be done. Like how embarrassing will it be if he relaunches Justice League and it doesn't
number one, he'll get lucky with number one. But if that's not
he makes number one. If he doesn't make number one, it should be considered embarrassing. If he's not in the top 5, he should
be in.
Frankly, they should end his contract.
Yeah, if he's not in top 5 with
Justice
League, you trash. Yeah,
dude, it depends on who you're putting in the Justice League, man.
When you see a decline in the quality of my work soon, you'll be able to trace it back to this night. What a fucking stupid
Dude, that's
piece of
hilarious.
shit.
Dude, his work has already been declining steadily it was declining when I would even bother to read mainstream comics.
This guy's
He'd
literally only
fall
known for
off
like
it.
2 things.
Well, that's the thing.
Quality
He's
work.
trying to set up, he's trying to blame Trump for the fact that his quality already fell off.
Hey guys, Trump got
It's
elected.
only
Now
gonna
I
get
just
worse.
can't do my job properly. You know what's crazy is that like when Joe Biden became a president, I knew things were going to be a lot more pricey, but people still went to work every day. You still went to work.
Well,
You still work.
dude,
Like
it's not even that.
look at it like this. You go to work to buy food, right, for your family. Okay.
Yep.
Prices of like a sandwich. Let's say a sandwich is $2 with Trump. Okay, under Biden, it's probably gonna be like $7. You're still gonna have to go to work to make sure you can afford those sandwiches. So, like, what's this guy? What's this guy's deal? So,
Well, what he's saying is that unless
his
own
preferred candidate got elected,
not even just that, his own preferred ideology is shared by everybody, he can't create. Like, that's a failure of a creator. Real creators, good creators create
Mhm.
in the worst circumstances. They make beautiful things during terrible times. It inspires them. Not that this is a terrible time, but for him and his mindset, it is. And he can't create. Frankly, from what he's saying there, he should just walk away now. Because what it sounds like we're going to see is an embarrassing slug of garbage come out, which is oftentimes what he actually writes. I mean, he's done, like I said earlier, to me, he's always been a poor man's Jeff Loeb. Like Jeff Loeb would write a lot of books, but he would always come in and he would do a really good job. And then you'd have like Mark Waid, and you never knew what you were going to get out of him. His name was big. He got put on big things, but so does Dan Slott. So does Zeb Wells.
yeah,
Like, names like that get floated on there, and they're terrible. Mark Waid has just always been mediocre. Jeff Loeb has written consistently, almost always written something great that I enjoyed. And this is kind of his contemporary with Mark Waid, just that they were in the business and in the certain imprints at the same time. And Loeb always made better, more interesting books. Like his work on World's Finest or Superman, Batman, Chef's Kiss, great shit.
and
Mark
I'll
Waid,
also point this out
mediocre.
too. People said, "Oh, do you not like him because he's left?" Guys, it's not about liking him for politic reasons. This is a work reason I'm saying these things. I don't care about his politics. I truly don't. I give a fuck about that. What I care about is someone that's been given basically a second chance when he doesn't deserve it after what he did potentially to somebody, then giving all
Didn't he
this
also
free
have some failed fucking crowd funds as well?
Yeah, where he basically like punched a hole in the wall because like something ended up happening. That I don't know too much about, but that's another thing. There's so many stories about this guy. Got a complete second chance, a life raft given to this guy. And he has the nerve to go on this damn trash Blue Sky website and say, my quality of work might suffer because Trump is president. Fuck off. Actually, just go fuck yourself.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it isn't that it's going to suffer at all. An actual creative or a creator, their creativity doesn't suffer because of who's in the fucking White House.
Guess
what he is saying here is he's burned out.
He had a second
he's
tweet.
Burned out.
This is the second one.
Exactly.
Planning on going dark on all social media and news feeds for a while starting tomorrow. See you down the road. I hope. Godspeed. Mark, shut up. This is all you have is comics. You have no job experience. You're fat. Shut up.
Dude, what this is just him making excuses for the fact that he's burned out.
He was burned out. Even better, dude. He wants to go, oh, I'm quitting. He wants the validation. People saying, oh, come back, Mark. We love your work. That's what he really wants.
No one's going to, though. What's the last thing he's done in the last decade? What has Mark Waid put out there that has garnered any kind of reverence at all?
I can't stand people like that. Oh, God, Mark. The man said
he hasn't done anything.
Even before, remember, a few months ago, earlier this year, remember? He said he'd rather let the industry burn to the ground than talk to people with a difference of opinion. And the thing is, why is DC hiring that guy?
Dude, the industry is already writing its own epitaph, man. There's just nothing interesting out there. There's nothing great happening. And not the industry. Sorry. Let me not say necessarily the industry. But
because you know
the
EBS is doing great.
spandexes, yeah. Well, DC and Marvel, there's so much interest in the IP of like the Batman, the Superman, the Spider-Man, the Wolverines. There's so little interest in actually reading the material that's currently out there for them. In all honesty, we've reached the point in the comic book industry where it is competing against its own past that we can still readily pick up and read good shit. I don't need to spend a damn dime on new comics. You want to read a good Justice League? Go find this. This was great shit. Grant Morrison's run on Justice League is fantastic. And you can read a lot of these stories very self-contained, all by themselves. They were located in the books. There would be big crossovers occasionally, but a lot of the Justice League story stayed right within the four walls of the Justice League comic. This first one, this is great. If you can find New World Order somewhere, highly recommend. Go pick this up and read it.
It's crazy.
Spend your comic dollars on stuff that was great.
They should do a DC Compacts.
Now.
They should do a DC Compacts comics version of that. Definitely will sell
well.
well.
Dude, they absolutely should. A compact comics like of Grant Morrison stuff. That would be amazing.
But yeah, I'll ask you before we head out of this specific video, any final thoughts you want to say on Mark Waid basically losing his mind because Donald Trump got elected?
Retire. You burned out a decade ago.
Actually, yeah, just get the fuck out. Like, please.
Yeah, you're done. Retire. Nobody cares.
I'd rather DC find someone else. Because didn't DC recently do that for Chip Zdarsky and Batman? They just went and got Jim Lee back from the dead and Jeff Loeb. I would say if he's already talking like that, get somebody else. Actually, don't wait. Don't wait till it runs like 12 issues in. Literally get rid of him at issue like after how much he's written. So if he hasn't written past issue 5,
dude, yeah. If you're gonna dig up creatives, like go see what Grant Morrison's doing and see if he'll give you a Justice League arc. Just 5 issues, maybe.
Why are we settling for Mark Waid? They gave him I just told you, they gave him 4 different titles to write. They're trying to give this man
I'll tell you
work.
why. Do you know why? It's the same reason that CNN brought back Brian Stelter.
Left his talking points?
Cheap. No, it's because Mark Waid was cheap.
Oh, yeah.
He's very inexpensive, and he has nothing else going on.
Well, yeah, guys. Yeah, just want to say, had to get that off my chest. It was building for a while. I just really hate it when people like that are given this much, and then they just squander it because they can't separate real life from their work.
How are his books doing right now? Where are his books at in the top 25?
Well, World's Finest is not like fell off. It's perennially around like what 30, 35, 40,
but not in the top 25.
Yeah, you know, Batman year. Well, we'll figure out. We have to check the numbers after this. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for checking out this video. In my book, I'm just kidding. I have to entertain you guys. I'm kidding. Yes, fuck you, Mark Waid. You're trash. Actually, don't ever come back to social media. Literally, I don't know what you gotta do. Go actually legit get a job or get Social Security. Well, you can't get that because you never worked in a day in your life. So that's not happening. I don't know why DC goes like, you know what? There's a trash can. There's a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. And then there's Mark Waid. Which one gets to write our comic books? And they're picking Mark Waid. Holy crap. We are in a dark age. Holy shit. But thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King. Signing out, guys.